I have to mention a few standards which everybody should know when they work in this field. ISA 5.1 is a standard made by ISA for instrumentation symbols and identification. Previously, we were talking about how much P&IDs are important for automation engineer, industrial automation technicians, and everyone, like all the parties involved, they refer to the P&IDs. So for that purpose, to know how can you draw, how can you understand, how can these P&ID talk, like what does they mean. So for that you will have to go through the ISA 5.1 instrumentation symbols and identification, and I think it is very useful. From the very beginning of my career, I have been taught, I have been even on my fingertips, I was told by my mentors to remember this thing, to know about ISA 5.1, and we have learned it, and it is quite short, brief, and you can understand it easily. You can go through it in a week time, or lesser than in a week time. Then there comes ANSI and ISA combined standards 88, which is basically for batch process control in the industry. Another standard which is important is of ANSI and ISA 95, which is for automated interface between the enterprise layer and control systems. So for layers, we will study it in the next slides. So ISA 9, what basically ISA ANSI and ISA 95 does, it gives you methods for how to make bridge between enterprise and control system, some standard practices for that. For the, as I mentioned earlier, there is a TUV test, TUV. For that, the next two standards are very much important. One is IEC 61508, which encompasses all the practices and standards for safety systems of all industry, like every industry, whether it is process industry, manufacturing industry, pulp and paper industry, all industries have been covered in the IEC 61508, which is quite long document, needs some time to go through. Then there is a IEC 61511, which is also called ANSI ISA 84. It encompasses, it documents only the practices and standard for safety system of process automation. The first one, 61508, was for all industries, and this one is only for the process automation for the process industries. Sometimes we call the 61508 as an umbrella standard, and other standards just lie beneath that umbrella. One of them is the 61511 or ISA 84. So these are standards which tells you about how this industry operates, and what are the standard practices, what are the common practices, and you can easily refer if there is some conflict, if there is something like not known to somebody, somebody wants to implement automation factors, automation methodologies, he can easily refer to any of these standards and he will get his answer. So I would personally refer and recommend every participant, every attendees to go through all these standards, and especially ISA 5.1. It will not take too much time, but it will make you better in your professional career, and you may be very good at your interviews in your field, and sometimes in your job as well. So based on these standards, and sometimes not specifically based on those, but on some other things as well, there are certain certification which are carried out by different bodies. CAPE is a certification for certified automation professional. which is carried out by ISA International. This would cost you about $500, but it will give you some accreditation. It will give you certification of being an automation professional. So if you want to be certified in automation professional, for that you have to go through all the previous standards, like some standards as well, and then there is a book, a body of automation knowledge, which has been compiled and published by the ISA. They regularly update it as well. So if you want to be CAPE certified and being considered by different employers, different organization, and being known as a professional, as a proper professional of automation, so you need to go through those contents and apply for CAPE, and that would be a very good challenge for you. Then the one thing which I personally possess and qualified is a TUV certification for functional safety engineer. For this you need some the two standards which I mentioned earlier, 61508, 61511, some case studies, and you have to register and are enrolled with some organizations, bodies which conduct these tests. Some of them are Yokogawa, they have different offices throughout the world. HEMA, they also conduct EXEDA, and even the TUV conduct itself IES in different countries. So you can get prepared for that, and you can get an edge while going to some interviews, or switching your job, or working in any field. It would certainly help you. It's not just a certification, like you get your certification going through some formal courses. It has some value in it. It has some substance in it, and you will definitely learn something which will make you better professional engineer, automation professional engineer. So I would certainly give it thumbs up. So if somebody is interested, you should go to these